Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to a brand new Steel Division video. It's the first video of 2018. It's been a while since I last published any videos on my YouTube channel. So to those of you who have been checking out, I got some messages from you guys that you were waiting for new videos, and I do apologize. I have had a rough Christmas and a rough New Year's. It's kind of had me burned out a little bit, so I needed to take a break. It happens. I'm alright, so no worries there. But yeah, Happy New Year everyone, and welcome back to the 2018 edition of PugViking's YouTube channel. Hasn't really been a lot of stuff going on lately. I've been playing a lot of squad, so you can expect a lot of squad videos. I also played a lot of Steel Division, but I haven't really been recording much. But I'll make sure to record some videos for you guys in the future. Currently we're on a small game of 3v3 on Column Belts. I'm taking out the 3rd armor on the allied side, obviously, and on my team I have Sad27, who is playing as the 101st Airborne, Dusky, who's playing as the 1st Panzerna. On the opposite side, we have ZFR Corpse, who is playing as the 12th SS. No, that's not the 12th, the 17th SS, sorry. And RKT boys, probably a clan, something. I don't know. Satellite is taking out the Panzerlehr, and while Weasel is taking out these. I can't even stop mixing up stuff. Corpse is taking out the 17s, while Weasel is taking out 12s. Sorry about that little mix-up. A little rusty. But we're about to go into the game. Or the game's about to start, so let's speed up time a little bit. There we go. So, on the factory side, I'm gonna just get... My plan is to get a recon into this small tree line here. I'm also bringing up AT, which is going to into this small tree line here, accompanied by a half-track with some armored rifles, who is going to just stay here and provide some cover for the AT gun. Basically, that's my whole plan. Over on this side, I'm going to push up my Sherman behind this tree line. Hopefully, no one rushes down the street with some AT or something. That could very well happen. And this tree line, I'm going to put most of my infantry. One infantry squad of armored rifle is going into this tree line just so I have some cover for this tank, basically, so it can push up. And there's also a recon, which is going to spot enemy units on the top of the tree line here. And there is also a AT gun in here somewhere, which is going to the same location just to cover this... my left flank, basically, so my M4A1 doesn't get side-shotted by any sneaking tanks coming around. So that's the whole plan now, and I'm using my M3 half-tracks as meat shield and also fire support for the armored rifles, which I have decided to start pushing up already to get the price on my enemy, because if he gets into this tree line here, this small field and these three tree lines, he's gonna have a very easy time defending this if he's set up correctly. So I'm not gonna leave him any time to set up. I did see some vehicles coming down, which tells me it's yeah, it's obviously it's mostly armored divisions here, so I have to be careful. But as you can see, there's not much in this tree line right now. There's a unit of Panzer Grenadiers. Yeah, I was about to say it was Satellite who has the Panzerlehr. So I know he doesn't have a lot of infantry, so I decided to act on that with his armored rifle. That was my whole point. Armored rifles can be engaged by the Panzergrenadier. Huge mistake, as my fire support is very much alive and ready to kill some Germans. Gonna be pinned down very quickly, and he's very slow to react to this. Of course, the Panzergren have the pin down bonus, but not gonna help them for long. Soon these panzer grenades are going to start opening up on my rifles, I think. Yes, and that is also, of course, going to make all my half tracks start hammering through their 30 and 50 cal machine gun. Make short work of those panzer grenades. Over on the right side, not much going on. I'm going to switch back to my point of view here so it won't spoil too much. These scouts are currently spotting this half track 251-1. And I do believe I managed to get a kill here or something with the M1 gun. But there is an enemy AT gun here which managed to return the favor on one of my half tracks. Over in the center push, bringing up some rifle leaders or armored leaders to support my infantry moving up. The armor rifles got a little bit too close and got pinned down by the enemy units in this tree line. Did spot a AT gun creeping up here. Started to fire on that with my newly bought mortar carrier, mortar half track, just so I can safely push up this M4A1 to use as close fire support. Panzer Grenadier surrender to my armored rifles, which is nice. This M1 gun is also being told to move up now, and the scouts will shortly follow. Just so I can see what's going on the other side here. And yeah, basically just taking it nice and slow, but at the same time being quite aggressive. All these half tracks now are going to start to move around the tree line. I didn't spot this 50mm AT gun, but I do believe we're going to make it pin down before it manages to kill off my half track, which is nice indeed. There we go. Half track just gonna continue firing on that. Over on the factory side, there's not much going on still. Basically just a standstill here throughout most of the game. Stat 27 has managed to occupy the factory area, which is very nice because this factory area is obviously a very important strategic point to hold. Otherwise, there could be a lot of enemy units be hiding and sneaking around in here. So nicely done of Stat 27 to capture that, and also pushing back on the far right across the river here. So back to the center push. This center patch of trees here was clear of resistance, and yet again I just rushed through my half tracks just to spot and draw the fire of enemy units. This M4A1 is going to start to push up as well, but I leave it on an attack move instead of fast move up to here. I do change that, but it makes some of these half tracks get fallback and whatnot, and these armored rifles get hammered by the 341s and being spotted by the recon. They're gonna fall back into safety. Also, one of my armored leaders got killed off by same units. So this 250-10 is gonna be instantly bailed out by my 2-star vetted M4A1 and kill it off. M4A1 is not going for the kill on the 234s, however the 57mm gun is gonna finish off first. M4A1 is now going for the kill onto the 2341 in the back, but just moving out of range. The pack gun is going to be killed off though. And in this tree line here, you can see there was a enemy spear troop, which is now managed somehow with their grenades to kill my half track. But that was the plan, just spotting units, drawing their fire, and then focus fire. Now these armored rifles, I've been given a move order. I'm gonna attack, move into the last known position of spear troop, then into this little tree line here, or this patch of trees, and then into the building of the crossroad town here. Just to secure my position and get them some decent cover. Now I have brought up a M8 Scott and another M4A1, and I'm gonna start to do a push into this tree line here. I do it a little bit rash, so these armored rifles just start moving across, and it's caught in the open. But no worries, my M8 Scott is on the job, and my M4A1 is also on the job on the spare trip, so those guys are gonna get finished off slowly but surely by the main guns of the armored units here. Finally moving across my armored rifle again after they've been recovered. And the M1 gun alongside the M4A1 is now firing at the 2341. And well, droid. Not gonna last for long. So encountering very little resistance there. Already we have the 59% territory lead, which is giving us a +2. Move this M4A1 was at like 803 meters, so I couldn't use its 50 cal, so I just moved it up a little bit to start firing on this spare trip. Now the PAC-38 is firing at my M8 Scott, so I have to take care of that. M8 Scott and M4A1 is now focus firing that. M8 Scott, luckily it recovers quite quick, so we'll be able to keep up the fire there. Now here I do a mistake. I don't focus fire on the M8 Scott or fire position on this tree line, because I didn't actually kill off that AT gun, so it might just pop back and one shot or even make it fall back and whatever on my units. So I should have just kept firing there, even though it disappeared. There, got off one shot at the M4A1. Luckily, it's very low morale, and that's gonna finish it off with a final shot. Panzerschreck hidden in these buildings takes out one of my half tracks. Again, that's what I was using them for. Finding these hidden units and making them take the punishment instead of my M4A1. These Panzerschreck are gonna get finished off by the armored rifles and the M4A1. But we have hit phase B. And this, ladies and gentlemen, the Königstiger. So that explains why I didn't encounter too many units or enemy units, because it was saving up points to invest in this King Tiger as soon as phase B hits. And I don't actually notice that, but I believe at this point one of my teammates actually put down a marker to let me know that there was a King Tiger incoming. He's gonna try to bomb that off just to get the stun value on it. And yeah, my armor rifle just gets completely caught in the open. 5 HP, 5+7, like 12 HP from that. 251 moves in. 250-10, sorry, and the Panzerschreck. There was a lot of HE on those armor rifles. I'm just gonna get killed off instantly. Dusky, do manage to get the fallback on the King Tiger, which leaves me some room to breathe and kill off the soft targets that is moving in on my position. Meanwhile, I am calling in a 76mm M5 gun to hopefully have something with AP value to actually counter that scary King Tiger that's moving in. So I'm very wary at the moment. I'm microing a lot. Meanwhile, I have been pushing across into this tree line and been successful so. The PAC-40, however, managed to pick off my M4A1, make it fall back, and critical ammo explosion. I'm gonna finish that off. And I'm trying to rush over my M4 command into behind these tree lines to get the veterancy to my units here. However, that's not gonna happen. PAC-40 gets the stun shot onto the M20 command, makes it fall back, and I just manages to spot the M3 half track moving in. and managed to unload my armor rifles before the half-track gets killed off. Also a jumbo moving in. Didn't actually use this or micro it in any way during the entire game. I just had it on like get in here and do stuff, move from very beginning. So yeah, that's just gonna sit there and engage the Pack 40, I believe, killing off some units along the way. IG-18 over here, trying to move my M3 half track in cover. Don't spot these. I did spot these Panzergrenadiers moving in tree line. However, I don't have any recon here, so definitely should have had that on sight. Take care of line of sight behind this little town here. M4A1 engaging the Panzergrenadiers with the driver wounded on the King Tiger from the M5 gun. Gonna make my M4A1 fall back. I've invested in a P-47. Get the stun onto the King Tiger. Get the side shot. Boom. King Tiger dead. That's how you kill a King Tiger, boys. And yeah, that was devastating for my opponent. Now we're having the +3 lead with my opponent pushing across the 65% here with the first Panzerna. Yeah, it's really not looking good. And Satellite just lost his King Tiger and is going to surrender. Leaves the game. And that pretty much spoils mass surrender for our opponents, while Weasel also surrender, and finally Corpse also surrender. After just 14 minutes, 35 seconds, our opponents throws in the towel and calls it a day. So short but sweet game, just to kick off the new year. There's gonna be videos up regularly. I promise you that. I'm just finding the time to actually edit the videos is proving to be a bit of a challenge these days with school and everything. So I hope you enjoyed this small little introduction to 2018, and I'll see you in the next video, I guess. So, bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Also make sure you're following me on Twitter and check out the link in the description for my Discord channel.